God does not speak to you by the situation. He speaks to you in the situation. And it comes from an inward impulse. It comes from an inward leading. It's an illumination. It is not just a bunch of typed words you see floating across the screen. It's just a knowing on the inside of you because you're in the middle of something and God is speaking to you, but you have to learn how to yield to it. I've watched in other countries how they have these huge elephants, and they literally grab them by a rope and can lead them around. And I've seen where they can just drop the rope and the elephant will not move from that spot. They can tie the rope around a little bush, one of which that elephant could rear up and pull the bush out of the ground and beat their owner with it. So I learned how they do that. When they're baby elephants, firstborn, they tie them to these huge trees. And when they're first tied, they're wild. And they're yanking against the tree, pulling and pulling and pulling. And the rope's around their neck. And every time they pull, it's hurting them. But they for whatever reason, they believe they can rip that tree out of the ground. They can't. And at some point in time, they get so tired of pulling and fighting that their spirit is broken. They just give up. Once they give up, now all they have to do is time to anything. And they give up trying. See, do you remember when Jesus was in the Garden of Gethsemane and the Bible says he was in agony? The word agony means when your flesh and your spirit are fighting. It's a wrestling with emotion. It's agony. Y'all know what agony is? When you're agonizing over something, you're just, God, I don't know what to do. All the while, God's in there going, just listen to me. But you're agonizing. You're dreading it. It's terrifying. It's horrible. It's the worst thing. And you're pulling against the tree. And he's like, listen, just let me take the rope. You want him to yank you. He doesn't yank. He doesn't pull. He just picks up the rope and he walks with it. And you've got to be sensitive enough to be able to see where the rope is going and follow the rope, not because he pulled you, but because you made a conscious decision that I'm going to follow you, God. You made a conscious decision that I'm going to trust you, God. You made a conscious decision that no matter what's going on around me, I'm not going to allow my soul to agonize against my spirit. I'm not going to allow myself to get so frustrated that I can't see straight anymore. I'm not going to allow myself to get to a place where my flesh is in control, but I'm going to allow you to pick up the rope and just lead, and I'm going to follow you by impulse and by understanding because I need you more than I need anything else. I need God to direct my path. I need God to tell me where to go. I need God to direct all things concerning my life, and I walk with him not because he forces me to, but because I follow him. I have trained my body to listen to my spirit, and when he grabs the candle, I'm like, take me, Lord. Where are we going?